Hello everybody, thank you for tuning in to another Starcraft 2 broadcast. My name is Anaris, and today we are here to watch the second game in the best of 3 series between lefNaij, who is spawning as the Protoss in the top right, against his opponent SeleCT, the blue Terran in the bottom left. So we are on the map Xel'Naga Caverns, and if you have not already watched game number 1, go do it, definitely. It's a good series, and I guarantee you will not regret it. Actually, let me adjust my microphone here because I'm getting ready to eat it, apparently. Nom nom nom. Okay, so here we are. SeleCT right now. Okay, spoiler alert. Pause it right now. Go watch the first game if you haven't. Okay? Alright, spoiler alert. SeleCT won the first game. He fended off a really good push as an attempt to knock out SeleCT's early expansion by left with some Blink Stalkers. Unfortunately, he was not quite able to knock out the Terran's production. The SCVs coming off the mineral line, you know, he did lose a few of them, but it was not enough to make a huge difference. SeleCT was still in the game after that attack, did not have the desired effect. And then left tried to go with a more balanced gateway build, drop down a couple more gateways there, and also that Colossus that came out. The critical moment there at least the end critical moment was when he lost the 2 Colossi at the very end there. That really hurt the Protoss player. I mean, there were other things leading up to it, but that was just the nail in the coffin right there. The Marauders stimming and just making a beeline for those Colossi. So we are here looking to see if left can make a comeback, as we see SeleCT is opting for a little bit more of a what I'd call a traditional Terran build here. You got the barracks around 12, you got the gas around 13, you can see it's just finished right there. And his opponent, left, going with a pretty standard opener as well. So we're looking for maybe a few differences in the strategy this game. We'll keep an eye on both players to see what they're going to do. Now, one thing I do want to point out, in the game number 1, left did make it a point to hide his tech structures in the corner of his base. Now, that works out pretty well on Alt's Temple, because the bottom corner of the 3 o'clock position is tucked away nice and tight behind the natural expansion. On this map, however, not so much. It's actually pretty vulnerable, because the Terran player can come right here and just shoot up there with his ComSat, medevac, anything like that. So we'll keep an eye on what buildings he places down here. The kind of equivalent position I've seen on this map is for tech structures to go right here-ish. It's away from the main base, so a ComSat won't reveal it. And a ComSat usually in the expansion will land somewhere here-ish, because most of the structures will be right here. Nexus is right there, and the army will usually be kept right there. So we'll look and see what the Protoss player does here. Maybe he's going to adjust a little bit. I don't know. Terran, like I said earlier, opting to change up his build a little bit more. He's kind of sticking with the kind of traditional build here. He's getting the second barracks with the reactor. Doesn't want to have to worry quite as much about an early attack like he did last game. That attack wasn't really early per se, but SeleCT really is kind of on the wire there as to whether or not he was ready for it. So he may be looking to establish another expansion. He's sitting at pretty high minerals right now, kind of hanging around 300, 325. It is definitely going to be going up to 400 there in the near future, so we can expect to see that in just a moment. SCV was successful in getting away from the Stalker. So down here we do have 3 gateways, 1 pylon powering it. Might have a 4-gate push coming here in the next couple of moments. Warp gate technology is just about complete. Nice micro there by the Reaper, able to take control of the Xel'Naga Watchtower for just a brief moment, and unfortunately for him, will have to retreat. Uh-oh, he's going to run right into the Stalker, will he die? Oh, so very close. There is the probe going down to drop the pylon, however, denied! Marine and Marauder in the scene to stop that. That is going to delay the potential attack here by at least 30 seconds or so. Just going to send out another probe to do that. And there's the SCV. Now, the SCV right there on his way, he did find that critical piece of information that another probe was heading out. So the Terran player is anticipating another push, which is why he is moving his forces out right here, guessing that another probe is going to be hanging out around this area. This time, though, left realizes what happened, and he has his probe hanging over here, where the Reaper actually passed the Xel'Naga Watchtower and sees the probe and is now in pursuit of it. I do believe this probe will go down. Yes, sure enough, it will. Terran is leaving the Reaper here to deal with the pylon. So there's a third probe coming out here. I like this, man. The Terran player really has done a good job of delaying this attack. It's given him enough time to get the command center up. Got an orbital command about 50% complete. He's got 3 bunkers here, nicely lined up. The bunkers are far enough away from the choke points, forcing the Protoss to come out here into this kind of wide position to before he engages. So there we go. Already got the concussive shells upgrade, I think. Yep, sure enough, there we go. Oh man, SCVs were able to get around the bunker. It is going into the red. Will it live? Protoss is trying to burn it down, and no, it will live. Unsuccessful attack for the Protoss. He is warping in more units, however. What's going to be critical is to get those SCVs away from the bunkers, burn them down. He'll have to make some good use of force fields. Trying again from a different angle this time. He only has 1 sentry. Enough energy for 1 force field, that's it. So we're seeing a little bit of a musical bunker here, transferring a couple infantry off of the far one. There's another couple of sentries coming in right there, so we're going to have enough for about 3 force fields now. That should be enough to block off one of the bunkers. We'll just see how long it actually takes the Protoss to take one of these down. Because there's still a good number of infantry. You look up at the Terran base right now, he's got a 3rd barracks on the way, still running off of 1 gas, so he is going to be sitting in this kind of tech position for a while. There's the bunker loaded up, and the SCVs are not going to be able to repair it in time. I do not think there's a lot of infantry in the way. They are moving, but it has been destroyed! Protoss continuing to push in here. However, the SCVs are taking a good bunch of hits, and also they're able to push away and split up half the army. He is sacrificing these SCVs to keep the Stalkers away from the rest of his forces while he dealt with them up north. And now he's able to come up here and finish it off. It's like they're actually kind of hugging there for a second in the bushes. A little bit of secret love going on there for the Terran player as the Protoss realizes this attack not really going to work. Some nice stutter attacking right there from the Terran player. SeleCT actually making a good move, loading the low hit point Marines into the barracks. You see they're all a little bit damaged right now. He is going to have to transfer away these SCVs if he doesn't want to lose all of them. Well, it looks like some more infantry are being attacked by the Protoss up here in the top. He's actually loading them into the bunker here. Probably just wants to wait and make sure he can get enough forces to deal with this in one go-around. I think that was a little bit of a miss-micro there, just leaving that SCV being attacked. He is continuing to build more, however, this time rallying them up to the mineral line right there. Orbital command at about 50% hit point. Do have more reinforcements on the way. Stalkers may actually look to make a move on these final 2 bunkers here. There are a good number of infantry, a couple more coming down the line. Don't know if this attack is going to work out so well, man. The Marauders really do some solid damage, and now that stim pack is complete, the Terran can make a final push if necessary. SCV coming up here, good timing on that. Sees the expansion going down right now. Wants to get his own expansion going again ASAP. Protoss maybe looking to take out that SCV. Looks like he missed for a second there first, and there we go. Both SCVs have gone down. And now the Terran, once again, is going to have to lift off the command center and hope for some reinforcements here coming in the next minute or two, which we see are going to be coming in full force in just a matter of moments. 4 tech labs. Plenty of Marauders, which, I mean, hell, why not? All the Protoss right now is doing is just Stalkers, a couple sentries, and the Marauders are more than enough to take care of that. Especially when you consider the fact that he's still sitting on the 4 gateways right now. A little bit of back and forth action here. Got to keep that bunker up. See, brought over a couple SCVs. Good idea to repair this as well. Lef is really hoping to make this play work, man. I'll tell you what, Terran, meanwhile, he is up here teching, getting his structures ready for that expansion to go down. Once it does go down, Terran will be able to make a very solid push. He's just got to get over here and defend this base. Protoss is doing everything he can to keep that command center from landing. Uh-oh, force fields are going down, but there's not enough of them. There we go. Nice stutter attacking right there, getting into the lines of the Protoss, focusing down the Stalkers one by one, really making great use of the Marauders. Look at that, just running circles, not even worrying about the Zealots. And now he just gets to kite them, and now he's home free. This is really starting to look to be in the favor of the Terran army-wise. You see, no longer is he being pressured. He was able to mount a solid defense and continue building up his infrastructure. His economy suffered for a little while, but like I said, you know, he had the income up here to maintain enough of a defense to continue teching and whatnot. While Protoss, he dumped so much of his money into that attack, he really doesn't have a lot in the way of teching. Look at his base right now. You can see he's just running off of the 4 gateways. He's got a cybernetics core. He is chrono boosting them all right now. I'm sorry, just 2 of them, trying to get as many units as possible, because this expansion is going to be pretty hard to defend for the next couple minutes, just because Left does not have the income or the production capabilities to match what the Terran is getting ready to throw at him. So here we go, one scouting Marine, seeing what's up, realizing that attack right there wouldn't be the best. The army was kind of spread out right there. He's going to look for some weak spots. Let's see where he's going to go with that. There is a pylon here, very unsecured position. This is what I was talking about earlier, man. Very vulnerable right here. This one gateway is going to be going down, really setting the Protoss back, man. Without these gateways, I don't know if there's even a chance for him to make a successful defense. He does have a Twilight Council going down, but I don't think Blink Stalkers are really what's going to be helping at this point. Maybe some High Templar, maybe that's what he's kind of hoping for, as we do have another attack coming over here in the natural expansion. Marauders and Marines taking out the probes here. Also did a little bit of damage to the Nexus, while the Terran does a drop in the main base, taking out the production capabilities of Left even more. Protoss going to respond back there at the main base. Meanwhile, he is trying to do some more damage over here at the natural expansion. A couple force fields have gone down. It's not really going to be enough, though. He's got plenty of forces up here at the top of the ramp, forcing the Protoss to retreat and try to mount one last defense here, man. I'll tell you what, he just cannot keep up with what the Terran is sending at him. Uh-oh, will this dropship go down? Very low hit points. Oh, man, 5 hit points carrying all those infantry as they do back into a corner, hoping to kill as many probes as possible. Meanwhile, Protoss trying to drop a couple more gateways here, while this expansion is now completely shut down. He has managed to save his main base, but at what cost? His income is shot. Look at that, 500 to 1100, 42 to 21. So now the Terran is actually coming around the long way back to his base, while the Protoss mounts a last-ditch assault on the expansion down here. But look what it's going to be met by. Even with these other forces over here on the top part of the ramp, or the map rather, many Marauders here, left side, handle it. Not going to be able to. I think Terran is going to. I think Terran is going to win this one. You just look at the forces right now. You look at the army. 118, 120 to 37. I don't think anything else really needs to be said at this point. We look at the units lost right now. You see Terran has definitely outplayed his opponent. Handled that attack very well. Yeah, there's the nail in the coffin, sealing the victory for Select, allowing him to go on to the next round in the January Champions Trophy Tournament. Thank you very much for watching these games. I hope you did enjoy them. I will actually have the semifinals and the grand finals up over at SK's website before too long, so probably have those in the next day or so. So check them out, and if you haven't already, definitely go check out the IRC channel I mentioned in my last video. It's irc.gamesurge.net, port 6667, channel Anaris. Alright, that's it. I'll see you guys later.